Hi guys, it's Fentony back with another Fantastic Beasts video, and today we've got some more photos and lots of new information to talk about. First up is a photo from Entertainment Weekly, and it's young Newt Scamander with Albus Dumbledore at Hogwarts. This photo is actually from the scene that's been shown at several different private screenings. It's young Newt Scamander facing a bugger, and I do believe that Newt's bugger is the fear of working in an office job. Just like in the trailer, it looks like Dumbledore's in the Defense Against the Dark Arts class, and he's teaching Defense Against the Dark Arts. Dumbledore was the Transfiguration teacher at Hogwarts before he became headmaster. We don't know why he's teaching the students a ridiculous charm, and we don't know why he's facing off against boggarts. In this photo from Empire magazine, it looks like Newt Scamander's in his private place, and the bucket that Jacob's been seen holding in Paris photos is in the background as well, and also the red suits are there too. I think there's some sort of protective suit against some sort of beast, and of course a photo of Tina in his suitcase. I do believe that Newt Scamander and Tina eventually marry and eventually have children. Their relationship's going to be a massive part of this series, but I don't think it's going to be very straightforward. In other news, producer David Heyman talks about Grindelwald, Newt Scamander and Albus Dumbledore. He recaps Grindelwald's capture at the end of the first film, and he does say in 1927 he's on the brink of escape. I've got a feeling that Grindelwald has infiltrated MACUSA, and he has followers inside of the organisation. He did spend quite a while disguised as Percival Graves, and we know that Grindelwald has followers and he's a master manipulator. He must have people on the inside. We know that Grindelwald will be transported in a special carriage in the second film. We don't know how he gets away from MACUSA, as it looks like MACUSA have their wands pointed right at him, but of course Grindelwald is very dangerous, and he did say to Madame Pickery at the end of the first film, "Do you think you can hold me?" He says he thinks Grindelwald is scarier than Voldemort. He's persuasive and a master manipulator. And remember guys, Grindelwald even manipulated Albus Dumbledore when they were teenagers. He says that Newt wants nothing to do with the Ministry of Magic. Remember, Newt did defeat Grindelwald in New York. Maybe the Ministry wants to recruit him against Grindelwald because of this. And maybe they try and use Theseus Scamander, who's Newt's brother, to try and convince him to join. You've got to remember though, Theseus is engaged to Newt's old friend and perhaps former lover or former crush or something from school, Leta Lestrange. I think there's going to be a lot of tension between the brothers, but in the trailer they do fight off against something at the end. He mentions Dumbledore's complicated romantic history of Grindelwald and says that Dumbledore's looking for Grindelwald's weak spot and he knows him better than anyone and how to get Newt close to him. So is Newt Scamander going to fake joining Grindelwald? Become a double agent? He says that Dumbledore is a master manipulator, and I think Dumbledore is not going to tell Newt the full truth. I think Dumbledore is going to leave out the fact that he was romantically linked to Grindelwald, and they both had a quest to find the Deathly Hallows and take over the world for the witches and wizards. I think that Newt will learn this from Grindelwald sometime in Paris, and it will be Grindelwald's way of trying to make Newt distrust Dumbledore and turn him against him. Remember, Grindelwald is just as good at manipulating people as Albus Dumbledore is. There was also a Sky Cinema featurette, and it's mostly behind the scenes. It doesn't really show anything new, which is kind of a shame as we were hoping for new footage. I will leave that link down below if you want to check out some of the photos. I haven't seen the footage myself, but like I said, it doesn't really show much, it's mostly behind the scenes stuff. There's also an interview from Eddie Redmayne and Catherine Waterstone, and that's from BuzzFeed. I will talk about it briefly, but I will leave the link down below so you guys can check it out. They say the film is very dark, and they talk about Newt and Tina's relationship. They call it very complicated, but like I said, they do get together and they do start a family eventually, but it's not going to be an easy road. They talk about more on Dumbledore's recruiting of Newt, and they call Dumbledore sly, and Newt and Dumbledore's relationship is like a wonderful master-apprentice quality, and there's kind of a joy between them. Like I said earlier, I think the relationship by the end of the film is going to be broken, as Grindelwald will convince Newt that Dumbledore is just manipulating him, and Grindelwald will reveal the truth about his relationship with Dumbledore. They also talk about the relationship between the four main characters, Newt, Tina, Queenie and Jacob. They say the group is disbanded for now, but they don't really reveal too much about it. That's obviously a massive spoiler. Obviously these characters are so important to the story, and I do believe the official synopsis for the film does mention the fact that love and loyalty will be tested. Perhaps Grindelwald is able to convince one of the Goldstein sisters to join him, or maybe they feel sympathetic towards his views. Because remember, not everyone knows Grindelwald's true intentions. It was revealed that his true intentions to actually raise the pure-blooded wizards up to rule. It seems like he also has a prejudice against Muggleborns, and not just the Muggles. And the last bit I'm going to talk about is the reveal that more Potter characters might appear, or at least some famous names. I think at some point in the 5-part series we're definitely going to see some Weasleys, Malfoys and Potters. There's going to be a lot more Fantastic Beasts coming. There is a Comic-Con panel happening on Saturday the 21st of July at San Diego. Fantastic Beasts will be there, and it looks like we're going to get some sort of trailer or maybe some footage. I think it might even feature some of the footage from the private screenings, such as Newt vs. the Boggart, Nicholas Flamel, and maybe more of Grindelwald. There's lots more videos coming guys, so make sure you subscribe. So here's a question for you guys. What are your thoughts on anything I've been talking about? About Dumbledore teaching defense against the dark arts, Dumbledore trying to manipulate Newt Scamander. Just let me know what you think about anything Fantastic Beasts related. So don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if you are new to the channel and you love Fantastic Beasts and you love Harry Potter, make sure you subscribe. And then turn the notifications on by ringing the little bell, because sometimes YouTube doesn't always send out every single video to every single subscriber. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.